Today's gospel reading has two stories to tell us. The first story is about what made the apostles very sad. Jesus telling them about what was to happen to him. The Son of Man will be arrested and handed over to sinners, and they will torture him and they will kill him. But on the third day, he would rise from the dead. This made the apostles very sad. It was their hope that Jesus would be a king like David, and of course, they would be ministers in his kingdom. But to tell them that he would be tortured and killed like a criminal was something unbearable for them. But that was what Jesus told them all the time, as many times as 3 or 4 in some gospel texts. The second story we have read today concerns what people can do to be a kind of block or temptation or setback for us in our way to follow Christ. People come with all kinds of things. The civil authorities can come with their problems. And this time, it was something called temple tax. Why should somebody like Jesus pay temple tax if the civil authorities or the religious authorities of that time, also Judaism, if they knew the person of Jesus, who were there to collect tax from the Son of God? So this man accosted Peter and said, "Does your master not pay the temple scat?" Peter said, "Of course." When he came home, before he could even speak, Jesus asked him the question, from whom do the authorities, the kings of this world, collect tax and customs duties? From those who are citizens or from outsiders? And Peter said, from outsiders. He said, then the citizens are free. But however, in order not to cause scandal and agree to allow these people to find fault with us, I tell you, go to the river, cast a fishing line, and take out the first fish that you catch, open its mouth, and you'll find a silver coin. What does this tell us? It tells us that whenever we need something which helps us to spread the gospel, God is faithful. He gives it to us. And it helps us also to examine our intentions when we are praying. If we are asking for money, what do we need the money for? Is it to become the richest man in Sweden? Or is it to make us more faithful? If the money is going to make us people who are distracted, God in his goodness will not allow us to get it, because it will become a distraction. But if it is something that will enable us to be faithful and to do the work of God more efficiently, God, you can take it from me, God is faithful and he gives it when we ask for it. So during this Mass, we pray, as we have said at the beginning, for our parishioner, Eno, who died, I think he became 95 or so, in Yelivare. But we also pray for the family, that God may console them. Eno has a very good daughter who was faithful in taking care of her father, and she was faithful in calling me to come and visit the dying father. And she called me again to arrange for the funeral. We also pray for ourselves, that the words we have heard today may help us to be faithful to the gospel and to always trust God, that nothing is impossible for him. I får den 22 den heliga Andes namn.